Greetings friends, it's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush, and this has been a busy week for me. I started a collage of these two little girls and a little dog. You can see the drawing it's very light. I like to draw fairly light, even though I'm going to cover it all up with collage pieces. And I started the background and I got the clothes on the girls, and I did quite a bit, but I could not finish it this week because so many things were also going on. So I apologize. This is about how far I have gotten, well, a little bit further. I was invited out to lunch with some friends to see a spot where we are going to be doing a show later on this year, for me in October and for my friend in November. So we wanted to see where our paintings were going to be hanging and what it was going to involve to get them there and get them up. And it was a very good outing. I loved it, but it did take time away. My dog. It took time away from our work. We've also had a little bit of mild weather, enough for me to go out and work a little bit in the garden and to bring in, what little produce I've got. So here is all that I have gotten finished. What little there is of it. You can see there's lots left to do. I've got the dog to do. I've got the girl's hair to do. And I'll show you the rest of this video tomorrow. But for now, next week. But for now, here's the garden. Meantime, I'll give you an overview of my garden. Here's some sage. It's being eaten. I know, I've got a worm. Somebody likes sage a lot. When I find the worms, I kill them, but I don't use pesticides. And here we have some basil and one lettuce I'm letting go to seed. My tomatoes, the big ones, see, there they are, just beginning to turn. And some more basil. And this is a nice big pepper. Hot pepper. The blackberries are almost finished, but there's a few here and there that are still hanging on. Here's the zucchini. One of, I have several. Another pepper. This one's supposed to be the big green kind, big bell pepper. Another zucchini. This is my dry corner. It just doesn't get enough water, and so this poor pea couldn't make it. Poor baby. And a rose and kale. Here's kale number 1. And kale number 2. Kale number 2 seems to be happier. It gets more water. And another tomato coming up, a little one. And here's one that's much older. quite tall. The little cherry tomatoes. Some more sad peas. They just weren't making it. Sad. And cilantro that's gone to seed. Here is some oregano, nice and healthy. It looks very happy here. And another zucchini. Good big healthy one. And 2 more peppers. There's one there and one over here. They'll probably be ready in mid-summer. In the back, behind these canna lilies, I have 2 more tomatoes coming up. There's one, and there's another one over there, hiding. There's all this space back here. I couldn't just leave it empty. They look like they're established pretty well, so. And that's my meager garden, such as it is, kind of small and pitiful. Here in the front, we have mostly flowers. My zinnias finally decided to live and not die. They were having a terrible time with the snails. I had no idea snails like zinnias. These are stock. They've been blooming since February. Can you believe that? The lantana is super happy. This, I do believe, is spiderwort. A dumb name for a pretty little flower that only blooms in the morning, but it has been blooming consistently for months. Very nice. The pink roses have to be cut back again, but wow, they're quite nice. I put in a good bit of mulch, but even so, I've got some weeds coming through. These are the Lilliput zinnias, and these are the giant zinnias. Isn't that nice? This is a lovely red rose. It usually blooms all over the place. And these poor, these poor gladiolas can't seem to hold themselves up. I'm gonna have to get a stake. They've decided to lay down. And I actually have a Mexican lavender. Isn't it pretty? You see all this weedy stuff? That are little bitty baby palm trees. That palm tree up there keeps seeding. I'm constantly pulling up baby palm trees.
Oh well. And that's it from my garden. Such as it is. The bird of paradise isn't blooming right now, but it usually does. It'll bloom real good in a month. And I have some back here. There it is. I would have thought it would be huge and blooming by now, but no. That poor baby there, and this little baby here are hollyhocks. I thought they would be nice here in front of the window, and apparently they're not real happy. I don't know why. That's it for me.